Hey everybody, my name is Psychic Ben 10. Welcome to another video. So today I wanted to demonstrate something which I went to the library for yesterday. Uh, I was going to borrow a fiction book, but I ended up finding this book about crystals, which is actually very interesting. You can't see it, but it says crystals for positive manifestation. Um, It was very enlightening. There was some wisdom I drew from it. I thought it'd take me a while to read. It's got three main sections in the book, but it gives a pretty good overview on crystals. I did know a little bit about crystals before, but I did want to learn more because I've always been curious about crystals. So they basically correlate with the seven main chakras that we have from head to down below near our groin, which is the base chakra, up to the crown chakra. They all correspond to energy wavelength, and those wavelengths correspond to colors. It's a bit like a prism that refracts white light into its separate colors, or a rainbow. It's like that in the body. So you've got dark purple at the crown chakra, red at the base chakra, and or the root chakra they call it, and then you've got orange, yellow, green, blue. You've got indigo and violet for your crown chakra. So they correspond to all of the colors, and they also correlate with crystals. So you've got different color crystals. You've got clear crystals. You've got even like obviously all different colors that correlate with vibration. Um, so they resonate at a certain frequency, and the chakras resonate at a certain frequency. So that is the main one of the points in the book, which talks about crystals. It goes into the history about crystals. Um, you've got crystal grids. A good exercise that was in the book, which I thought was useful, was about self awareness. So basically, it was very easy. So you make a list of all the things that you don't really like about your life or yourself or your circumstances, and it guides you into saying anything that makes you angry or anything that you hate. Basically, think of words that are evident to you already, that just are natural to write down on paper. So you've got two pieces of paper. Write down all the things that you don't like. Then on another piece of paper, write down all the things that you like in your own words, just as a list. Just main phrase it. Don't overthink it. Just write it down. Just a list. You don't have to know everything about your future, or even if you're unsure, just write what you think at the time, like that you write it. Then you think about all the things that you wrote on the second page that you like, or that you aspire to, or that you just know at the moment. It doesn't have to be anything difficult or overthought. Mine weren't anything difficult, because even me as a psychic, my life sort of changes every day. It's very transient and fluid if you read my blog. So that's the way my list ended up being. It's just a list of basically what you resonate with at this present time. Uh, and it's supposed to be a manifestation thing where you read it and it resonates with you. I don't read it and get like a real high out of it or anything like that. It was a very objective list. You may feel differently about the things you write down. I know it's all about what you think and about what you feel. That's what my spirit guides and what God is teaching me at the moment. So it's no concrete rule. They don't like a rule book either. They like One of the first things they taught me was throw away the rule book. We don't like the rule book, even though there is a set of rules, but there's not a set of rules. There's always a counter in spirituality. Um, so it's a bit of this, a bit of that. This is the ideal, this is not ideal, but not ideal is also good, is basically everything they've been trying to teach to me. And it actually works to just give you an overall methodology to live. And it helps you to find balance, and it helps you to be at peace. which is really handy. It takes away the rigidity out of your thinking and it makes you just more fluid, I think, in general. But going back to the book, that was a good exercise. So you basically tear up or scrunch up the things that you don't like. Don't think about it, and then focus on your list that you do like, or not think about it again. I'm not going to look at it again. This was basically just, I thought it was very useful to just make things clear as a self-awareness exercise to help you in some way. But that was only one exercise. I think there were 7 exercises in that chapter. That chapter was about manifestation, and crystals can help you manifest because they've got the potential to be charged with energy, especially when they are cleansed, which you can do under running water or in sunlight, or even I've heard people put them in pot plants. And it's all about what you think with the crystals as well. So you can imagine them being cleansed even in your mind, and that will help them to cleanse, because thoughts obviously also manifest. The types of crystals they talk about in the 3rd section of the book. So there's 100 crystals for manifestation. You can make crystal grids. So there's a section on sacred geometry and the pentagon, which is basically a star. So these different shapes is a spiral as well, a circle. So you place them around a grid with clear quartz, which is an amplifier crystal. So basically a clear quartz crystal will amplify any other crystal that you've got to make it more powerful, especially for manifestation. So when you make a crystal grid, they've got clear quartz in the book, in the guide. So you can also create your own grids, because again, it's all about what you think. But these grids are useful. So these sacred geometry patterns enhance the energy of a grid of crystals to basically maximize what the crystal's joint potential. So in a star, you've got 5 peaks in a pentagon. So you put 5 of the same crystal with an amplifier crystal and a candle, which you can search online just so you can get more clarity about crystal grids. But then you surround yourself with the grid and manifest what, like in a calm position, manifest what you want around the crystals. I haven't done this yet, but I'm yet to do it because it seems really interesting. So the star is one method, a spiral is another method, and a circle grid is another method as well. So they're all different methodologies for crystal grids using those sacred geometry patterns. So types of crystals, that's in the 3rd section. There is 100 different crystals for manifestation. You only need 1 crystal that stands out to you. I know which one I need at the moment, and they also they talk about God's funny. He has a sense of humor. He makes different sounds just to give me hints, but it's actually very humorous. So, for example, green crystals are associated with business or wealth, as I read in the book. There's all different types of green crystals, and also you're not meant to memorize much. You just the methodology I've been taught is know a little bit, but much of what's in the book is you do get drawn to the crystals that you feel like you need. So if you go to a crystal shop and you get drawn to red crystals, it might be because you're very angry, but red crystals are also associated with passion. So obviously anger is a passionate emotion, but passion could also be to do with love. So a lot of people that use red crystals use it for that purpose, to manifest love. And green crystals are also associated with the heart chakra. So it would be sort of intuitive to think that they're associated with love as well, and they are if you think that you are. So it's all about what you think, but also reading through the descriptions of the crystals in the back of the book, I found that it wasn't also associated with color all that much. Like it was very, the descriptions were very varied, but you're not meant to think about it that much either. You're just meant to sort of um, you're meant to know a little bit, but then you're meant to basically run with it at the same time. So I felt it was really useful, just this book, to understand. Obviously, they are associated with the chakras. Like the blue crystals are associated with the throat chakra, so they're all about truth. Those crystals, and about universal connection as well, which is what you can use blue crystals for. You can use them for all sorts of different purposes, but the book gives a really good rundown about crystals, so I highly recommend that book. Uh, yeah, I hope you found this video interesting, and cheers. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye.